Hey, what's up everybody? So, guess what? I went to Costco yesterday and I came across something that I've never seen there before, and I'm very curious to find out how it tastes. Yes, I'm curious about how this tastes because I've never seen it before, and truthfully, the last time I ate one of these things was many years ago. And as you can hear, my dog is once again in the backyard barking at something or somebody. All right, so what is this right here in front of me? This beautiful big round thing that looks like a pie. Well, kind of is a pie. It's called the shepherd's pie. Now, I know some of you are going to say, that's not really a shepherd's pie because it doesn't have this or it should have that. But hey, that's what Costco is calling it. They're calling it a shepherd's pie. Now, to me, it kind of looks like, let me take the top off. There we go. All right, so this is how it looks right here. Now, at first, when I looked at it, I thought this right here was pie crust, but it's not. It's not pie crust. This is not pie crust. It is potatoes. That's right. This whole center big round thing is potatoes, and it looks like the outside of it is crust. And it's probably sprinkled, it looks like it's parsley. And so up underneath there, I'm sure it's all kind of goodness. And Costco put inside of this baby, it says meat filling, cooked ground beef, water, beef stock, salt, yeast extract, brown sugar, corn oil, onion, butter, cream, salt, natural flavor, soy sauce, fermented soybean, wheat salt, and some technical stuff on there. But hey, it looks like it has some pretty good ingredients in there. So today we're going to give it a try. Now, I was also thinking, how should I cook this? Should I cook this in the oven or should I smoke it on the Traeger? Now, the only thing I'm concerned about, if I smoke it on my Traeger, is how will the potatoes come out? I'm not too sure how the flavor of the potatoes will be. And I'm not too sure if the smoke will penetrate the potatoes and go down into the meat. Because after all, if I did smoke this, I want the meat to have a smoked flavor. Then also, I'm not too sure if this pie will be oversaturated with the flavor of smoke. That's one of my other big concerns. I don't want to smoke this and then take a bite of the potatoes and the potatoes just has that full-blown smoke taste, because I need to get this to a high temperature so that way the internal temperature of this pie can reach 180 degrees. Now, let's see what the instructions say on this real quick. Cooking instructions: preheat oven to 380 degrees, remove pie from packaging, place on cookie sheet on the bottom rack of the oven, bake until temperature reaches 180 degrees, estimated 45 to 50 minutes. So there you go. I think I'm just gonna bake it in the oven. Yeah, just to be safe. I'd hate to ruin this whole pie to see it come out tasting like a whole bunch of smoked nothing, so to speak. Yeah, so you guys ready? Let's throw this baby in the oven and see how it comes out. We're gonna taste it and then I'll let you know how it tastes. And hey, if it's a winner, ding ding. If it's a loser, boo. I'll let you know. All right, let's talk about the differences between the pies. There's the shepherd's pie, which is what I'm cooking right now. You can hear the oven in the background going. And then there's the cottage pie. And then there's this one called the Cumberland pie. I don't know if you guys have heard about that one. But let's get back to the pie that we're talking about, all right? So, the shepherd's pie traditionally would have minced lamb or lamb mince, that's what they would say, all right, for the meat. The cottage pie would have beef. Traditionally, it has beef mince, all right? So, there's the two differences. Another difference that you might not know about is that the cottage pie traditionally would have sliced potatoes on top of it, whereas the shepherd pie has mashed potatoes on top of it. Okay, so there's the differences right there. Now, let's talk about peas and carrots, carrots and peas. Which one should have what? I guess there really isn't a big rule about if you can have peas and carrots in both or one or whatever, you know. So I think the debate pretty much comes down to, should one have peas only, or should one have peas and carrots, or should one just have carrots? I think that debate is in a whole different realm, not my specialty, peas and carrots. But hey, I think it just comes down to choice if you want to have peas and carrots. All right, so we covered the peas and carrots, we covered the type of meat, we covered the type of potatoes. Now, what about this Cumberland pie? I think the only difference really is that a Cumberland pie has cheese in it. It's like a new kid on the block type of thing. It's like somebody said, oh, let's add cheese to it, and bam, then you have the Cumberland pie. So that's all I know. We can go on about the origins of the pies. We can go on about when they first appeared and who came first, the shepherd or the cottage pie. We can go on about why they call it the shepherd's pie. I guess it's because of the meat, hence, you know, the type of meat, lamb, that's used for it. And then we talk about the cottage pie. You know, they said it's because peasants or people of a lower class, I guess, the topping, the potatoes on it represented like the top of a cottage would look. I've never seen a cottage back then, so I'm not sure exactly how it relates to how the pie would look like. Cottage, something like that. All right, so we're not going to go on about that because I'm really dying to see how this Costco shepherd pie tastes. All right, so now I'm going to shut up and I'll see you when it's done. Oh yeah, one more thing. What type of sides do you serve with a shepherd's pie? Well, I believe some people choose to have vegetables, some use beans, some use some type of bread or something like that as a side. It's totally up to you. So I don't think there is a set side dish that goes along with this. All right, now I will see you when it's time to taste Costco shepherd pie. And spin. All right, the pie is done. It smells so good. The only thing is that I cooked mine in my convection oven, and I think that because it's such a small compartment for this pie to cook in, the heat is a lot more intense because it's smaller space. And I did cook it at the 380 degrees. But for the convection oven, I did not wait until the internal temperature got to 180 degrees. If I would have cooked it in a regular oven, then, or my gas oven, then I probably would have been able to wait until it hits 180 degrees without the potatoes looking like they were about to burn. Okay, so I waited until the potatoes got to about 170, 10 degrees less. Okay, but the next time I'm going to try it in the regular gas oven and see what the difference is. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you're using a convection oven, just be very careful that you don't burn the potatoes instead of waiting for it to get to 180 degrees. You might be better off using a regular gas oven or just a regular oven in general to make this, if you want it to wait until it gets to 180 degrees. Okay, all right, so but other than that, it looks good. It smells good, and I'm excited to see how this came out. All right, so let's look at the potatoes. Yeah, so just underneath there, okay, is the good potato, the good looking potato. Nice, white, creamy. Yeah, nice and creamy. I can smell the stock that this beef is in. It smells so good. All right, so I'm just gonna taste the potatoes first. That is good. The potatoes, good, great, excellent. All right, so I think it's time to just go ahead and dive in and see how this baby tastes. Look at that. It's got the corn, the peas, the beef, the carrots. Yeah. All right, so let me make a plate real quick. Right. Now it is time to give this baby a taste. The beef. Let me taste a little piece of the beef real quick. That beef got some major flavor in it. I wonder if they marinate the beef or anything like that. All right. Go for the whole shebang. That is good. Wow. I like it. When you taste the beef by itself, the beef has a lot of flavor. When you taste it with everything else, the peas, the carrots, the corn, and the potatoes, it evens out. Really, really nice flavor. It's not salty at all. I don't taste anything that represents salt in this at all. I do taste the beefiness. This is really good. Only thing I would say is that if you're a person that likes to have salt, then just have some salt on hand and just sprinkle a little bit on there. But overall, Costco did a good job with this one. I like this. Now maybe next time I try it in the smoker. Now that would be interesting. I think the next time I do this, I'm going to try it with apple wood. Just to be safe, I'm going to try it with a nice flavored wood. Because if I use mesquite or if I use hickory, I might oversaturate it. So it was a good thing that I did use the oven to cook this. All right, so just remember, now for my Traeger people out there, if you plan on smoking one of these shepherd pies, use a very mild smoke. Don't use mesquite, don't use hickory, because this shepherd's pie will take in too much of the flavor of the smoke. So I would say your best bet is to try the gourmet blend Traeger pellets or try the applewood pellets. If you don't have a Traeger or just a smoker in general, whatever you do, make sure you use applewood or a mild type of wood so it doesn't kill your shepherd's pie by saturating it with a lot of smoke. All right, so that's it. This is a good dish right here. Thanks, Costco. I'll see you guys on the next video. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to tell you. Because I cooked this in the convection oven and the potatoes got dark, they weren't really burnt, they were just dark. A trick you can do is, because it's just a layer of potatoes that got dark, you can just peel it off as well. So if you're looking for appearance when you serve this up for dinner, then you can just kind of just go over it with a fork or a spatula and just kind of just skim it off of there real good. And then your potatoes will look just like this. Bye. Oh yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. Set your notifications so you get notified every single time I put out a new video. You guys be bold and be safe and be bold. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.